I just spent an hour or more with the family as I got off the airplane. Had an opportunity to spend some time with Jacob on the phone. He's out of ICU. We spoke for about 15 minutes. His brother and two sisters, his dad, and his mom on the telephone. And I've spoken to him a lot before, but we spent time together with my wife. And he talked about how nothing was going to defeat him. How, whether he walked again or not, he was not going to give up. We talked about a psalm in our church, Father, based on the 23rd Psalm. May he raise you up on eagle's wings and bear you on the breath of dawn until we, and keep you in God, holding the palm of his hand until we meet again. Well, I think, Alderman, what's been unleashed with a lot of people is they understand that fear doesn't solve problems. Only hope does. And if you give up hope, you might as well surrender. There's no real option. And as we talked, I listened to his mom. She was on the phone. She wasn't with Jacob. She was in the same location. And as I said, his dad, his son, his brother, two sisters, and a family lawyer. Two family lawyers were there. And what I came away with was the overwhelming sense of resilience and optimism that they have about the kind of response they're getting. His mom talked about. My wife asked to say a prayer, and his mom said a prayer, which she said, "I'm praying for Jacob, and I'm praying for the policeman as well. I'm praying that things change." If you think a little bit about where we are right now, it's been a terrible, terrible wake-up call that's gotten the rest of the nation to realize that it's a confluence of three things. One, the COVID crisis. Two, and we didn't have to have over 6 million people contract COVID, over 186,000 dead and climbing. If we had acted, if we had just acted. It's been pointed out by the University of Columbia Law School that if he had acted just 1 week earlier, 37,000 more people would have been alive. If he acted 2 weeks earlier, 51,000, maybe 31 and 57 or 51. But the point is, over 80,000 people would still be alive. You have to take responsibility if you're a leader, a president. Instead of saying, I'm not responsible, it didn't happen on my watch, I take no responsibility. Well, I think the country is much more primed to take responsibility because they now have seen what you see. But you don't experience it the same way you do, Portia, because they're not a bright young black woman with 2 kids here. Is it 2 or 3 children 3 children that you have to worry about. But there are changes that are taking place in the country, and one of the problems is that, look, this is not about me. It's really not about me. But if we have 4 more years, we're going to have 4 more years of the exact same thing, only it's going to impact us for a couple generations. And the public kind of understands that now. And I think they're so ready to do so many things they either are fully unaware of or aware of but never registered with them before, or they just have seen things that they hadn't seen before.